What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. My name is Daniel Lewis, and I've always personally struggled with bad posture. I had tendencies such as slouching, looking down at my phone, and just kind of leaning back on my chair and not really practicing proper posture. But since I've been home, I've been making a top priority to really improve my posture over the course of last week. And in the last 7 days, my posture has dramatically improved. Now keep in mind that everything I've been doing over the last 7 days are things that you should be practicing on a daily basis or over a length of time, just to allow your body to get more accustomed to practicing proper posture. Try saying that 3 times. Practicing proper posture, practicing proper posture. Jesus. Yeah, that's tough. But before we get into the video, I'm gonna just ask you guys just to leave a like on the video so the channel can grow, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Now, the first thing I wanna show you guys is something that helped me fast track practicing proper posture. And it's an investment I made, which is this proper posture strap. Essentially, all it is that you throw it around your shoulders, you tighten it, and it takes out the constant thought process of having to try and remember to practice proper posture. Using something like this and throwing it around your shoulders allows you just to naturally practice proper posture without having to really start thinking about it on a daily basis. The problem with our current posture is that we developed a very bad habit over a span of time. Whether we work a desk job and we're just slouching over the keyboards, or if we're looking down at our phones, we practice all these bad habits over a span of time that we naturally just do these things, and it's almost second nature of how we stand, how we look at our phone, and how we sit at our desk. Making a small investment like a back posture goes a very long way, because that's something that helped me personally over the last week. Now, there are points in time where I did feel uncomfortable, but that's because I've been so used to slouching and just letting my shoulders roll forward that this has been forcing my shoulders to roll back, and I've started to notice that now I've been doing it a lot more naturally and don't need the strap, and I'm not as dependent on it anymore. So next, I want to show you guys a few exercises that you can perform at home. Now, believe it or not, these movements aren't movements that you would do for your upper body, but rather movements that you do to develop a stronger core and lower back. The first movement we're going to be looking at is your basic plank. Plank position is pretty much a staple in most core movements. It's something you can perform 1 minute to 2 minutes, maybe do a couple rounds, and you don't need to do anything super extensive like 5-10 minutes, but rather something just short and simple to help really develop your core muscles, your obliques, and your lower back. It's just a great staple for core, and it's actually a great movement for you guys to implement. The next movement that we're gonna be looking into is Superman's. Now, Superman's, there's a couple variances that you could do, but you would lay flat in your stomach as you normally would, hold that Superman position as if you were flying, and it gets very intense really quick because it's something that primarily focuses on your lower back, and if you don't have a strong lower back, it may be a little bit more difficult for you to do the advanced version of it. There's something you can do to help engage your upper back as well as your lower back. If you are in Superman position and you start bringing your arms down as if you would for a lateral pull down, you start engaging the upper back as well your lower back. If you do it for about a minute, or if you do it for about a 30-second hold, whatever the case may be, it's just something that is a great lower back movement. Now, just as a disclaimer, these exercises I perform is not part of an extensive list, but rather if you train regularly, you already start developing the muscle strength that you need. Now, if you are somebody who doesn't train regularly, if you're not somebody who's an active gym goer, or if you're not somebody who just enjoys going to the gym, that's perfectly fine. There is an extensive list of home exercises that you can do, that you can find online. It's something that you probably would do at physical therapy if you ever decided to attend that and help you focus more on your posture, but ultimately you can find exercises you can do online. Ultimately, this is just a little bit more of a guidance to help you guys get in the right direction to improve your posture. So the last thing I've been focusing over the course of the week has been stretching. Believe it or not, stretching is a very vital and important part of improving your posture. Now, when you stretch and you also implement things like foam rolling or using a medicine ball to help kind of really just work out the knots in your muscles, what ends up happening is that you improve your mobility, and you also improve kind of like the range of motion that your body has, especially specifically within your shoulders, your back, your lower back, things of that nature. So the 3 stretches I do want to show you guys that I think that are really beneficial for you guys to help improve your posture are the following. So the first stretch we're going to be looking at is a child's play pose, and this stretch is very simple. You're just going to lay on the floor and really just focus on stretching out your shoulders. Part of the problem with having improper posture is the fact that we don't have a good range of motion in our shoulders, and you'll realize it once we start doing other stretches that you actually probably don't have great shoulder mobility. So that's part of the issue that we see with improper posture. So the next stretch that we'll be looking at is the chest stretch. This is something you can simply do with just in your doorway, and it allows you to just kind of really just stretch out your shoulders again, because stretching out the shoulders is kind of part of the issue that we again see in a lot of people who don't have proper posture, me inclusive. So when you stretch out your chest, it allows you to just kind of stand up with your chest out and not feel uncomfortable when you're performing this position. For these stretches, you can actually perform them maybe for 30 seconds to a minute, maybe 2 or 3 sets, maybe once a day, twice a day if you want. And it just kind of helps reinforce that shoulder mobility and range of motion that we're looking for. Now, the next option, it's something that if you guys have it available to you, I highly suggest that you do it. It's if you have a foam roller. I personally don't have one, I wish I did. But if you have a foam roller at your gym or something that you can use at home, use a foam roller. Now, if you don't have a foam roller, I personally have a medicine ball. You can also use a tennis ball. If you're really into like pain, you can do golf balls if you want, but the golf balls kind of do suck because it's a really hard surface and rolling your muscles against it really does kind of get painful because it really digs deep into your muscles, but it works really well. So, but if you do have a medicine ball, I suggest that you opt for that. So I did want to leave you guys with a few key reminders to help you improve your posture, especially if you don't have the training tools like I do to help you reinforce practicing the proper posture. This is one great reminder. It's called UBR, and it's up, back, and relaxed. So let's say, for example, you're just kind of slouched over, you're just doing your work, whatever the case may be, and you remember, oh, I want to practice proper posture. Okay, up, back, and relaxed. So essentially your shoulders are gonna go up, back, and you're just gonna relax them, and you'll be in proper posture form, and you just kind of have to sit there and remind yourself to just stay in that position. But the reason, again, I enjoy having a tool is it kind of takes out that brain work of having to remind yourself. You might be in a bad posture form for a long period of time before you actually remember to do it, especially if you're busy, you're stressed out, whatever the case may be. So having that reinforcement tool is very helpful, but just in case you don't, UBR. You'll never forget it. The second reminder I want to leave you guys with is if you're on your phone, and I know that we live in a generation where we're always on our phone, instead of staring straight down at your phone where your neck is broken, keep your phone in a position where it would keep your neck in a neutral position so you're not breaking your neck looking down at your phone. Now, don't get me wrong, I am extremely guilty of this, and I know most people are as well. If I'm on the train, I'm just looking straight down on my phone. Out of this world. Now, I'm not telling you to keep your phone up here because most people are thinking that you're taking a video of them. They might just kind of wow out on you, but that's besides the point. And the last reminder is that if you're sitting down on a chair or on your couch, don't slouch, right? It's very easy to get in a comfortable position, especially if you're just kind of like half laying down on the chair, half sitting down. Like, make sure you use the back support so you can actually be sitting properly. It's there for a reason. It's not there for you to just kind of lay your head on it and fall asleep, but rather just kind of there to help support your back and just keep you in a proper position. As you continue practicing that habit, it gets a little bit easier, a lot easier, and you're not forcing yourself to just kind of slouch over at your desk. And I know that from experience, it's very easy to just fall into that habit and just walk around with a bad posture the entire time. And no, don't forget, like, having good posture actually has its benefits. It allows you to be a little more confident. It actually is better for your back. Over time, believe it or not, you start developing a rounded back, which is a very bad look, especially if you're somebody who trains like me, or if you're somebody who just wants to look good in just general. You don't want to be walking around like Humpty Dumpty, but you want to walk around like you're confident and you actually have something going for yourself. But if you're walking around like turtle.
Are you a member of the Turtle Club?
Well, not exactly.
Not exactly, but am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
It's like nobody's gonna take you serious. So walk with confidence, walk with good posture. It makes you feel better about yourself. But with that being said, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.